As the supreme Allied commander in Europe during the Second World War, and then later as the 34th president, General Dwight Eisenhower had a lot on the plate. And he had to figure out how to use his time effectively so that his fingerprints were on the right things and he cast away things that didn't necessarily involve him, and also made sure that he spent the time doing the most important things to set the command and later the country up for success. And so he developed this system, which is known as the Eisenhower Matrix. And hey, if it's good enough for General Eisenhower, it's probably good enough for the most of us. So the way Eisenhower would organize his tasks is ask himself, was it important or unimportant? Something important to him that he needed to personally do, or something that was maybe still important, but he didn't necessarily have to do it. So it didn't rise to his level of particular engagement. And then on the east-west axis were things that were urgent, had to be done right now, things that were not urgent, there's nothing breathing down your neck to get it done. And so this is how he would organize his tasks. So starting in the upper left, if it's urgent and important, if the house is on fire, you've got to put it out. So if it's urgent and important, then you do it. So that's the do it zone. That requires your personal attention. If it's urgent but it's not important, it doesn't rise to your level, then resist the urge to do it simply for the sake of doing it. In this case, delegate it. You've got a subordinate who can handle it to a reasonable degree of proficiency. Now, if it's in the lower right where it's not urgent and it's not important to you, then you've got a couple of options. Number one is you could just simply delete it. Just get rid of that task. If it's something that is still desirable to do, then what you want to do, again, is delegate it and let one of your subordinates handle it. So maybe there's a process that you want to refine. And it's nothing urgent, nothing's really broken yet, but you need to finesse it. You want to improve it. And so you can delegate something like that. Now, for Eisenhower, the most strategically impactful quadrant was the upper right, which is the important but not urgent. So these are things like strategy, like leader development, like having one-on-one sessions with each of your direct reports. And they're things that nobody's breathing down his neck to get done. Nothing's going to fall apart if you don't do it immediately. But these are the kind of things that make the organization successful long term. And so because they're not immediately urgent, they're easy to kick down the road and easy to get overcome by events. And so what Eisenhower said is, this quadrant you have to schedule. Put it on the calendar and obey the Cowboy Principle of strong fences and wide open spaces. So on your schedule, you want to put strong fences around it so nobody messes with it, so you don't compromise it. You've got to be very intentional about this. And then leave your wide open spaces for the rest of your calendar so you can deal with things that come up day to day. So try this system out for you and your direct reports and tell me how well it works for you. My clients who implement this system absolutely love it because it gives them a methodology for figuring out how to vote with their time and how to make sure that they plan the time accordingly for the most important things to grow their business.